Good morning. This is Ken Cordero coming to you live out of Middletown, Rhode Island, in the former United States of America. The date today is February 23rd, 2013 AD, which means in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ. I'm being sponsored today by my good friend Christina Curtin out of Mystic, Connecticut, and her number is 1-860-463-4631, and also by A1 Car Cab and Van of Newport, and their number is 401-841-0411. Now, the first thing I'm going to start off with today is from the Daily News last week. Actually, it was Valentine's Day, the 14th. They had this thing in the Daily News. In Providence, they want to put in a bill that employers don't have to ask, or that you don't have to check the box saying if you've been convicted of a crime. Bill would ban employers asking about convictions. So you don't have to tell them if you've been convicted of a crime or a felony. And of course, they try and make it a feel-good story. This man had 2 nearly 20-year-old felony marijuana convictions on his record. The Cranston man served his sentence and got his life together, but he said his rap sheet cost him jobs whenever a prospective employer asked if he had a criminal record. Well, how about if marijuana wasn't a crime at all? What if they decriminalized marijuana? Then they wouldn't have this guy as an example asking employers, have you ever been convicted of a crime? This gentleman is urging state lawmakers to pass legislation that would prohibit most public and private sector employers from asking about criminal convictions on job applications. He was one of several supporters of the bill. The bill wouldn't apply to jobs at casinos, hotels, casinos, hospitals, schools, nursing homes, or other workplaces where background checks are required by law. Dozens of cities, including Providence, Boston, and Chicago, already have laws in place prohibiting criminal background questions from applicants from public sector jobs. But what about other jobs? The bill's sponsor, Senator Harold Metz of Providence, said too many rehabilitated ex-offenders struggle to find work because of potential employers asking applications to check a box if they have a past conviction. Metz said the practice contributes to criminal recidivism and deprives ex-offenders of a chance to support their families. Now, what if you've really been convicted of a crime, a serious crime, like these people at the parole board? They want to let out Alfred Brusette from Woonsocket. This guy, he served 13 years. They want to parole him. He just killed this woman for no reason at all. Now, even if you're not in one of these jobs where you would have, like at a casino, hospital, how about any job? Don't you think the employer should have a right to know this guy's a murderer? I mean, these feel-good bills just infringe upon everybody else's rights. So who knows? I mean, we live in a state, Rhode Island, where, here we go, reports cites ways states can improve for business. How about if the state gets out of trying to help businesses? Because they've been trying to do it for years, and obviously it hasn't helped. Okay, here's here's one. This is from the other day. Rhode Island, Westerly faces a deadline to fix the town beach. Rhode Island and local officials are working towards an April 1st deadline to restore dunes and replace sand at Misquamicut State Beach. The Westerly Sun reports that officials are set to meet today to focus on requirements and permits. What, they have to get permits to fix a beach? I mean, town manager Steve Hartford said the deadline was set by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service because of the annual arrival of the federally threatened pipe and plovers. When you know these people are going through all this trouble, don't they have something better to do? The town is developing a plan to redistribute sand and stockpiles in the Misquamicut parking lot. Hartford said the state could take about 30,000 of the 67,000 cubic yards in the parking lot, and the town would use 15,000 cubic yards. The rest would be distributed to fire district beaches and private property owners. Why are we worrying about birds when our state is absolutely broke? Or of course, if it's not the birds, it's the coyotes, our favorite coyotes. Because of course, well, when you have people in this state who think that gay marriage is good for business, I mean really, how smart can they be? This is from Laura Pedrick of the Newport County Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. She's the chairwoman. Marriage equality could have substantial positive economic impact on our members, especially in the hospitality and wedding industries. Why? Because gays want to get married? Really, why do gays want to get married? Marriage is an institution set up by God, and they don't believe in God, so why should they want to get married? And for us to think that would be good for business, you know, homosexuality is one of the four sins that cries out to God for vengeance. It's homosexuality, murder, depriving the laborer of his wages, and I forget the other one. So this is immoral. But of course, nobody in our government cares, because our government's immoral right now, right? I mean, you can start with our president, our attorney general. None of them want to follow the laws. And our laws in this country, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, these were natural laws given by God, not the government. And of course, government just wants to drive up the price of everything. Like here, the Water Division on Aquidneck Island seeks rate hikes. The Newport Water Division will make its case next week for the State Public Utilities Commission for a 28% increase in the water rate for residential customers and a 41% increase for commercial customers. The division is asking the new rates to take effect on April 1st so that it can make the debt service obligations it took on. So these people are taking on financial obligations They have no money to pay. For the new Lawton Valley water treatment plant in Portsmouth, now under construction. The plant must be completed by the end of 2014. The Station 1 treatment plant on Bliss Mine Road in Newport also must be upgraded to meet more stringent federal drinking water regulations. Well, how about if they just left the regulations alone? How would that be? Then they wouldn't have to raise the rates 20%, because they just raised them like 14%. The 28% would be on top of the 22.2% that just took effect in December. You see, that's the problem with people in government. They don't know how to drive down the price of anything. All these people with their Harvard educations, or else people would actually be able to live. And people wouldn't be being driven off of Aquinic Island, out of the state of Rhode Island. They had a study that in the past like 5 years, 20,000 people have left the state of Rhode Island. That's like a town of Middletown just vanishing. And these people just keep doing the same thing. The same thing. We're going to tax you more, take more of your money. They're not even protecting you now. They're not protecting you against the criminal illegal aliens, against the coyotes. You know, this really did used to be such a nice place to live. And now, what's the saying? Every generation must start over. Without a heritage, and then there's nothing left to Rhode Island. All the hope is gone. Oh God. One on a really sad note, the Middletown boys basketball team lost last night to East Greenwich, and they've now been eliminated from the state playoffs. But congratulations to them anyway, because they had a really fine season, and they were always enjoyable to watch. And with that, I'm going to finish off this 60th edition of Cub Reporter Ken Cordero. Thank you for tuning in.